YouTube was happening. We back again with another episode installment of the Full Strength. Today we are doing the Full Strength Designer Edition. Gonna deviate a little bit. So for my sneaker heads, you might want to play this one from the sidelines. For my players, all my players out there, we gonna take a look at the Versace Silk Shirt today. Now, briefly, I missed on the eggplants. I was really pissed off about that. And really, since that release, because they didn't really drop a lot of them, based on my understanding, I pretty much been on some anti Nike type stuff. But we'll say that for another video when we get back to the Jordan game. So, like I say, today we're gonna look at something that is gonna be more dressy. More dressy in fashion, probably a little more ostentatious or loud. This is gonna be a little bit more loud. You feel me? Everything has its place. There's times that you can wear something like this, and there's times that maybe you wanna tone it down and be a little bit more conservative, if you will. So if you're familiar with the Versace's, definitely in the '90s, I would say Tupac probably popularized the silk shirts. He was the first rapper anyway, that I ever saw wearing Versace. So and I'll try to put the picture up because this shirt that I bought is kind of similar to one that he wore in one of E40's videos. But yeah, with that being said, man, let's go ahead and get into it. Real quick, if you're new to the Full Strength, we basically asked $1 million question: is it worth the full strength? This particular shirt, full strength price rather, is $1,800. The real full strength. That's the real full strength right there when we talk about the full strength. Yeah, Jordans might run you 200, 250, whatever. If you're paying resale, depending on what you're getting, very rarely would you even come close to the $1,800 stratosphere. When you get into the designer realm, that's probably average, depending on the type of garment, you feel me, that you're looking at. So we're gonna take a look at the shirt. We're gonna examine the quality. Full disclosure, I didn't pay $1,800 for this shirt. I got it on sale, so it was probably 7, 8, something like that. Probably after tax it was like 8. But yeah, we're gonna ask the $1 million question: is it worth the full strength? So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, and I didn't get this direct from Versace. I got this from one of your boutique stores, Saks, to be exact. All right. Again, for $800, I probably would have wanted to see a little bit more packaging. But again, maybe when you buy them on sale, like I did, they probably like, you don't need the packaging. You didn't pay the full strength. You didn't pay the full price. So we're not going to worry about giving you the good presentation. And that's okay. I don't have no problems with that. Let's get it out the plastic. There's really no Versace branding on any of this plastic. A little more tape on this side. I really need to get my box cutter. All right. Let's try to keep it folded if we can. Okay. Unfolded a little bit on me, but that's all right. Okay. So to the touch, definitely has that soft, silky feel. Do we have our collar stays? We do have some collar stays. Let's take a look at the collar stays. Now, if you're new to dress shirts or you're new to, you feel me, not wearing streetwear, like actually dressing up, you want to have these in your collar so that when you wear it, your collars don't roll up like that and have you looking like a straight idiot. Okay, now, one thing I'm disappointed in an $800 shirt, Versace, is that this is a flimsy collar stay. All right. You get you a Charles Terwitt shirt. They give you brass collar stays, right? So Versace, I'm gonna go ahead and ding you now, because I can go get me a Charles Terwitt. I can get 4 Charles Terwitts, right, for probably $199, and they're gonna hit me with the brass collar stays. I'm gonna show y'all what. Matter of fact, let me get one real quick. Show you what I'm talking about. So these right here, these are brass collar stays, right? Good and heavy. See that? Hear that? Brass collar stays. They heavy. You drop them on the floor. That's what it sounds like. So for, like I say, for an $1,800 shirt, retail rather, even me paying $800 for it, Versace, y'all got to improve that, man. We need the brass collar stays with the Medusa or something like that, or the Versace branding on the brass collar stays, because these Charles Terwitts right here, this is basic, right? I want to say the Thomas Pink shirts, I think they hit you with the brass collar stays, but I know for a fact these Terwitts do. So we gonna ding you on that. All right, let's get it back. Okay, now let's go ahead and undo this real quick. Yeah, no branding on the foldy thingy here. Okay, let's take a look at, is it 100% silk? Let's see if we can find that. Now you look like you got your extra buttons here. I imagine that the buttons are gonna be blue, like the buttons here. So that's gonna be a plus, right? Let's take a look here. Okay, you got your Versace there. And then you see the price there, $1,825. I got them for the $800. All right. This is a size 52. Now, when you buying your designer, most of the time they're in European sizes. So you got to basically subtract it by 10. So I'm actually a 42, right? So this is a size 42. Okay. I might have to redo the camera. Yeah, let's let me relocate to another location where we can maybe lay this out and take a look at it. All right, so we back. Had to set up one of my little clothing racks here so we can get a little bit better look at the shirt. Now it does feel very delicate, right, as silk should. Let's take a look at the buttons there. Do we have the Versace? Let's see if I can take a look. Yeah, you do have Versace. It's in very small lettering, but I imagine every button is like that. Let's take a look at the rear of the shirt. You got the Medusa on the back. You got a couple of other, whatever these junks is right here, going around the shirt. Very clean. The Versace Silk Shirt, definitely, like you say, is for your players. What's that 24 karat magic Bruno Mars was talking about. But, you know, they've been wearing these for a while. Now let's, where's the tag at? Let's make sure that it's made in Italy, right? Because if it's not made in Italy, it is probably going back to the store. Let's see. 52. Okay. Let's try to get to the country of origin. Okay, bam. There you go right there. Made in Italy. That's, to me, at least, that is important. Because when you're at this particular price point, these houses, these design houses, they in France, they in Italy. You don't necessarily want it. You don't want it to be sourced and made in another country. You don't want this made in the same place that Nike get their shoes made or that Nike get their clothes made. I'm sorry. You just don't want that. Now it's supposed to be 100% silk. I don't see that anywhere on the tag. It did say that online. It feels like silk, so we just gonna go ahead and assume that it is silk. I had the made in Italy right there on the tag. Heritage fit. Again, I can't tell you if that's a slim fit or not. I have to do a little bit more research on that. But now, getting back to the made in Italy piece, the reason you buy something at this price point is that you hope that this is still handmade, right? That they don't have 100 of these shirts lined up, right, on a machine, and they put it on the machine, they print a design, and then a machine spits them out. You hope that you actually have a human that is either sewing the buttons on, doing the stitching around the cuff here, actually that there's still some sort of handmade element to the shirt being made. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little research on that. I actually have a guy that's in the fashion realm. He does made to measure stuff. He could probably speak to that a little bit more. But that's why you buy a shirt like this at this price point, because you're wanting, when you put it on, you want it to feel a little bit different. And silk is just more of an expensive fabric to even have anyway, because of the process that they make it. I believe is with the silkworms and all of that. So there's definitely levels to this. And again, I'm not trying to sound pretentious. H&M and what's the other store? It escapes me right now. I'm thinking of it. Charlotte Russe. There's a place for those type of places. You don't have to spend $1,800 on a shirt, $800 on a shirt. You can go get you a $5 tee and keep it moving. And there's a place for that. And I got $5 tees in the closet. But something like this right here, for me, this is when you want to, you're feeling good. You feel me? It's a big occasion. You in a place. Now, again, you can't wear this everywhere. If I take a trip to LA, something like that, this probably ain't coming with me. You understand? This is probably a little bit too loud in LA, right? You go to Vegas, you get your jewelry and your toolery out. You can probably rock this in Vegas, because it's not gonna, I'm sure the cats wear this in LA, but again, in LA, places like Memphis, Chicago, you in the wrong area and you high sign and y'all seeing Menace to Society, they gonna get you for that double burger with cheese, right? So another part of wearing, because you can wear Versace that doesn't have all of the Versace branding on it, you feel me, and be low key with yours, and you feel me. But something like this, yeah, you stepping out, 24 karat magic style, right? You stepping out. Now let's talk about places that you're not wearing this to, okay? My players know this. If you're new to the dress game, again, let's just say all you've worn is hoodies and tees, and you feel me, you really in the streetwear, and that's cool, right? That's cool. There's a place for that. But there's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to step your game up. You're gonna have to know how to put a shirt together with a tie, right? You don't wear this with no tie. Okay, that's first thing. You ain't wearing this with no tie. That's number one. Okay, let's get that out the way. This isn't really no shirt that you wear with no suit either. You put this on, it's the only thing on your shoulders, unless you got something underneath it. Okay, you're not wearing no J's with this. Okay, you ain't wearing no sneakers with this. You're not doing that. Now, if you want to do that, that's on you. But I'm just telling you, as players, the real players, gentlemen, y'all know what I'm talking about. I really want to say my P's. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You ain't wearing no sneakers with this, right? You're not wearing this to work. All right. Don't matter if you're the CEO, you in the call center, whatever. You ain't wearing this to work because it's too loud. Right. You can get your regular Versace dress shirt and wear that to work, and ain't nobody gonna know what it is. But you wearing one of these, right? The silk with the big print. You're not wearing this to work. You feel me? You taking your lady out on a date. Again, I'm not trying to be in nobody's pockets, and I'm really not trying to be disrespectful. You don't wear this to Applebee's, man. This don't show no TGI Fridays, no Logans. You feel me? No Cheesecake Factory. You ain't wearing this to the Cheesecake Factory, players. And I love the Cheesecake Factory. That's one of my spots. But this don't touch the Cheesecake Factory. You feel me? This don't touch Red Lobster, Chili's, Rafferty's. Okay? None of that. $1 million question for my players. Is it worth the full strength? The Versace Silk Shirt. Collar stays aside. It is. It is, because when you wear this shirt, you gonna feel like the full strength. You're gonna feel like the full strength. You know, you see why luxury exists, because you can go get a $20,000 car, but you can also go get a $200,000 car. And when you hop into a $200,000 car, if it's a well-made car, we'll take a Maybach, for example. You hop into Maybach, you're going to know why it costs the full strength. You're going to know why. You're going to know why. The leather is going to feel plush. And they're not even putting real leather in a lot of your, basic cars anymore. You feel me? You go get your C-Class Benz. Hate to tell you, that's not leather. I believe it's called MB Tex, which is a synthetic blend of leather. It's not real leather. If you go hop in an old Benz from the 90s, it's leather in that. You go hop in an old Lex from the 90s, it's leather in that. They're not really hitting you with leather no more. You hop in the Maybach, it's leather in there. You're going to feel the leather. Maybach probably going to have massaging seats, right? That's why you pay that. So when you're riding around, you get that first class feel. To bring it on home, you wear this to feel like a king or queen, if if it's any ladies watching this. That why you think all these women carrying around Louis bags, and they've been carrying Louis bags for 40, 50 years. It's not a new phenomenon. Burberry bags, Dior, all of that. Why do you think they buy it now? Last point, luxury has gotten a little commercialized to where, like I say, it's becoming more like a mass-produced thing. And I hope, again, I don't know, but I hope that this shirt isn't mass-produced. It doesn't feel mass-produced. So with that being said, based on all those things, we're going to go ahead and give it the full strength. At 1,800, that's the super full strength. And if you got it like that, I salute you. You feel me? And if you got it like that, then there's nothing to you. If you looking in that 800-900 range, right? Again, I salute you. And I think you'll be very happy with the purchase. Collar stays aside. That's the only thing I can ding it on, is the collar stays. With that being said, that'll do it for this episode of the Full Strength Designer Edition. Again, we'll be back to the sneakerhead format here soon, and be on the lookout for either or. Shout out to my sneakerheads, my Full Strengthians. Appreciate everybody liking, commenting, subscribing. Been a lot of good sales out here. You feel me? A lot of good sales. I hope y'all been able to take advantage of that. Ivory 3s, Fear 3s, I think the Wheat 13s, the Burgundy 5s, it's a lot of good sales going on, right? But I got a lot of things to say about Nike. We'll talk about them in depth at some point, because I do think that they are pretty much, they're not being ran properly. But yeah, man, that'll do it for this one. Appreciate y'all again. And we'll catch y'all on the next one.